June 26. I'll ask the clerk for roll call, please.
Okay, Mayor Nero,
Here.
Clerk Simsky, here. Trustee Barker,
Here.
Trustee Guzzo,
Here.
Trustee Little,
Here.
Trustee Pirelli,
Here.
Trustee Plowman,
Here.
Trustee Scales,
Here.
Attorney Zemanek,
Here.
Village Manager Gunther,
Here.
Assistant Village Manager Parker is absent. Okay,
All right, if everybody would join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, well, we got a big night tonight, but before we get to that, we have one request for open forum from Mrs. Plowman.
Good evening, thank you. I'm with the Westmont Lions, and we are hosting a vision and screening testing on Thursday, this Thursday, July 3rd, from 5 to 9, and it will be all free. So come out, get your eyes tested and your vision. It does not, however, go for the school, for the kids, so I just have to make sure that everyone knows that. But it does give an inkling as to if your child does need some kind of glasses or a hearing aid in the future, and it's a great thing. The last time we did it was last September, and we had 40 participants, so I'm hoping that with the Westmont special events that we'll be able to have more in attendance. They come down from DeKalb, and he travels the country from March till September every weekend, so, and Dave will be here doing those tests, so please come out and join us. Thank you.
Thank you, it's always a good service. Yeah, any questions from the board?
Okay, she should have it.
No, great service and special congrats. I'm sure Trustee Palmer might mention it, but the Westmont Lions Club was at the county this week and received their check for the grant. It was nice to see Westmont present, the Lions Club that is, so. It's a
Yes.
big week for the Lions Club.
And I got word that the other Lions from other towns are getting their 503C because they were a little jealous because they didn't get that money as well. So, knock on wood.
Timing's everything, right?
Exactly, for us, yes. So, yes, it was very nice.
Thank
Thank
you
you for
for-
picking it up and giving us that.
Yeah, well, thanks for sharing the information. Great event. All right, well, now we get the most exciting part of the job as mayor, and it's the first one for me. So we got to swear in a new officer tonight. Hopefully everybody's ready for this. Mayor Gunther always would say this is the most exciting part. All right. Yeah, all right, come on over here.
Let's do it first.
Got no markings though, but that's all right. Okay. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name,
I, Lily Zoyce,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the laws of DuPage County,
the laws of DuPage County,
the Westmont Village Code of Ordinances,
the Westmont Village Code of Ordinances,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties the duties for the office of patrol officer
the duties for police officer
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
well done, Mayor.
Get this out.
Before we call the family, may all the officers come up?
The crew we got here today.
Wow.
Guys, all right. Good seeing you out here.
No, same thing.
I know. I don't know if I
one you protected me. Take it of that.
All right, everybody look right here, ready, here we go. Do a few of these. I think I got it. Straighten them up.
Good evening. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. I'm deeply honored to stand before you as I take an important step in my law enforcement journey. I want to extend a sincere thank you to the mayor, the village board, and the village manager for your leadership and support. I also want to thank members of the fire department and the police department, including the chief. Thank you for welcoming me into this incredible team. I'm truly grateful for the opportunity to serve along such dedicated and professional individuals. To my family, friends, and mentors, your support and encouragement have meant everything to me. You stood by me through the hard work, long hours, and my big dreams, and I wouldn't be here today without you. Being sworn in is more than receiving a badge. It's accepting the responsibility and privilege of serving this community with integrity, respect, and commitment. I'm ready to get to work, to grow, and to give this role everything that I have. Thank you again for sharing this moment with me, and I'm proud to be a part of Westmont.
And welcome.
Congratulations and welcome.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
So there's a letter, cake pops in the ante room over there, so if you guys want to go there, officers can go over there. Give a couple seconds for them to.
You got it, yeah. Thanks for coming, everybody, and enjoy the real party next door for some good cake pops. All right. Okay. All right, moving on. Well, that was nice. A lot better than the rest of my updates, but we got a couple more. The big luge slider search is planning to return to Westmont on August 17th to search for the next U.S. Luge Olympians. So please pencil that in. As I said last time, it's a fun day and everybody can do it. Planning is underway and confirmation is expected real soon. So we'll be publishing that once it is official. But I would still pencil it in. And remember, Olympic hopeful Maya Chan, who was discovered at the luge tryout in Westmont, will be there on the 17th. So pretty neat day. And volunteering, the village recently published a news release regarding community participation and volunteering. Please check this out on our website for more information, and because we're really looking for a lot more folks to help, and it's great to just get on the list so we know those that are interested. We can reach out to you when there's some openings and things like that. Special congratulations to the Finance Department. The Westmont Finance Department recently earned Excellence in Government Finance Reporting Award from GFOA, which is a big honor. So good work to our director, Alan. I believe he's here somewhere. Alan Altek, thank you, sir. And there's more details on our website. Another fun thing we have coming, along with the help of the Park District, is concerts and movies in the park. There's always something happening, so please check the Village and Park District websites out for more information about concerts and movies in the park. Again, it's coordinated by the Park District. They do a great job at Ty Warner. If you haven't been there, please go check it out. And that is all I have, so I will pass it over to our clerk.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. Just a notice about offices being closed for the upcoming holiday on Friday, July 4th. That's all I have.
Okay, moving on to trustees. Trustee Johanna Guzzo.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Our next Fire Public Safety Committee meeting is scheduled for August 7th here, 4:30 at Village Hall. Everyone is invited to attend. Fireworks and summer safety. The Village has published a news release on the website offering tips to be safe during the summer, especially in regards to the 4th of July activities. Visit the website for more information. Also, the Kids Safety Camp. Visit the website to learn more about and sign up for this annual Kids Safety Camp. Thank you to the Westmont Fire and Police Departments for coordinating this event. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Scales.
All right, thank you, Mayor. So for Community Development Committee, we have, the next meeting date is on July 24th. Following that will be October 16th. The PCZ met on June 25th to continue discussions on the zoning ordinance updates. And this is italicized and bolded. What may be the last special meeting has been scheduled for July 23rd at 6 p.m. To consider all of the proposed revisions to the zoning code and from the last 4 public meetings. The next regularly scheduled planning and zoning meeting will occur on July 9th as well, with a typical agenda for that evening. That's all.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Perilli.
All right, thank you, Mayor. For the Public Works Committee, the next meeting date is 4:30 here in the Village Hall, September 18th. In the water quality report, the Village annual water quality report has been posted on the Village website, and that's all I have.
Thank you. Trustee Plowman.
Thank you, Mayor. Previous to this meeting, I held my first, was able to chair the first Police Public Safety Committee meeting. It was quite a full agenda. We discussed the traffic details at Cass and Richmond. As you know, on social media, we've posted videos of some infractions of traffic violations involving blocking intersections, blocking crosswalks, turning when there's pedestrians present, going around the railroad gates. So there were, I believe, over 8 hours, 284 incidents were recorded. 20 stops were worthy of citations, but most of the folks just got warnings and made them aware of the infractions that they were making. Second order of business was recognizing Sergeant Mantooth for his 20 years of service. We also discussed with Sergeant Padilla the initiative with partnering with some of our larger retail grocery operations for loss prevention efforts. It's a group effort to deter the the shoplifting and crime there. We had also we discussed the open positions. I guess we still are 6 officers short with past Chief Gunther now in his role as manager, village manager. It's left now a deputy chief position open, and sergeant promotions are coming, and lots of upcoming events. So golf outing on September 12th. We have Citizens Police Academy from September 24th to November 12th. The Junior Citizens Police Academy from September 18th to October 23rd. And we have the National Night Out, which is August 5th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Ty Warner Park. That's where the village and village organizations, police and public get together. And then ongoing, we have a 50-50 raffle for the Special Olympics fundraising. So all of that, all those details are on the village website. And then last weekend, a week ago from today, we had the squad car night. And for a recap, if I could go ahead and call up Interim Chief Gruen for details.
Thank you. So we had squad car night last week. It was a well-attended event. We ended up having a break in the weather, which gave us a wonderful night. We had a new location, so we're testing all the waters on that. I think it worked well. We'll tweak it more next year to get a little more organization within our tents and our vehicles. Overall, we had 39 police agencies that were representative, 5 different organizations, 5 private owners, for a total of 51 total vehicles. It's a little down from our previous years, but I don't know if the weather had something to do with that, but we were seeing different departments come in, so with the word spreading, I think we'll still increase our numbers for the future. In total, we had 113 attendees. We appreciate all the support that we received from everybody coming out, and it's a great opportunity for different officers to come to our village and see how great it is and interact with our residents. So once again, it was a great event, great weather, and we appreciate the opportunity to participate.
Thank you. And I believe that's it, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Little.
Thank you, Mayor. The Administration Committee meeting will next meet on July the 10th, right here in Village Hall at 4:30. Westmont Cruising Nights, every Thursday night in downtown Westmont, as you've heard me tell you more than once, on Cass Avenue from 5 to 9. It's coordinated and hosted by the Westmont Special Events. We have our cruise nights. There will be no car show on July 10th due to the Taste of Westmont's going to be starting. But I have to tell you, we also initiated our Talk with the Village table at the last event, and we're going to be doing it every other car show because we're all here and can't be there and here at the same time. So that's a big on an agenda. The Taste of Westmont will actually be July 10th, 11th, 12th, and the 13th. Complete details and information regarding the bands, event hours, carnival specials, and more have already been posted on the Westmont Special Events website, which is westmontevents.com. We also need volunteers. Cruising Nights and the Taste of Westmont are 2 of the biggest events in Westmont, period. And we need a lot of volunteers to help out with all of these events. Please contact Westmont Events to learn about how you can help out. So visit the website at westmontevents.com or call the office at 630-829-9378. That's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Barker.
Thank you, Mayor. The Environmental Improvement Committee will not meet in July. We meet again in August, on August 4th at the Westmont Library. And I'm pleased to announce that the village has a new art event. It's our first annual Vision and Vibe Fest. And there is a committee of folks that are putting together art happenings here and celebrating all of that in our community. So the new art fair event, the dates are September 13th and 14th at Veterans Memorial Park, so down here on the south side of town. There's a news release that was sent out recently with specifics on it, and if you have any questions, you can reach out to the project coordinator, who is Jenny Babiar from staff at jbabiar@westmont.il.gov. And I know there's been some PR out there that they're calling for artists now. So there's a screening committee to bring in artists to this event. And the kind of the thing that we have going for us, we're able to offer this as an art exhibition space at no cost to the artist. So we feel that we're going to have amazing turnout there, and we're going to show you what Westmont has to offer on the art venue, and we're very proud of that, right? The garbage and yard waste stickers are, there's an update here. The citizens can come to Village Hall and exchange last year's stickers for the current stickers. They actually expire, and this opportunity will continue through July 18th. And there is more information on that at the village website. So if you have last year's stickers, please come in and trade them in before that opportunity passes you by. And then because it is summer season and we have had some rain and things, there's an opportunity for those that are concerned about mosquito spraying alerts. This information is posted on the website regarding mosquito abatement, and you can sign up to receive actual text notifications from the company that does the spraying, and there's more information on that on our website. And then lastly, the Environmental Improvement Committee was able to tour a Flood Brothers facilities yesterday, and I just wanted to thank them for a tour of their recycling facility in Chicago. And that facility is still growing in regards to the overall operation. The meeting was very informative and provides consideration regarding the future of recycling. So I want to thank them for that. That is all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Just a couple other comments. I do want to thank both Trustee Barker and Trustee Plowman for their work on the Vision and Vibe Fest. I know they're working with a couple residents and staff, and it's going to be a heck of a couple days. And I was traveling in more northern part of Illinois, and a lot of communities are doing Arts Fest. So we're hitting it right in the front. Good timing. It's going to be a lot of fun. And special thanks to Sarah Surzak. I think I got her name right. She came up with that name, Vision and Vibe. So not every day you get a resident helping like she has been, jumping in feet first, offering to volunteer.
Mayor,
So,
we're doing it before it's cool.
that's right. We're the trendsetters. So
Thank you.
And there's our after hours too, which is great. And two other comments. I did mention to the board back in May 1st, or maybe it was our first meeting, every committee meeting that we have, I was going to share some bullets ahead of time of some economic development updates, and I didn't forget about it. The staff hasn't forgotten about it. Our plan is to start the next committee meeting. We wanted just to work not only with our attorney, but staff, and make sure we do it right, including our director, Henner Fine, to make sure we're sharing the right information and it's accurate and all that good stuff. So expect that to come, but in the meantime, feel free to keep asking us questions about what's happening. Trustee Scales has been helping ever since May 1st on those Thursday meetings, and he's been a heck of an asset. We got a lot of action going, that's for sure. So looking forward to sharing more of it publicly, though, and all that good stuff. And then the last update is just on our 311 system. The manager might have some extra info on this as well, but just wanted to remind everybody that it is live. You can post or submit complaints anonymously. Please use it. That's what it's there for, whether it's code enforcement, work without a permit, banning vehicles, whatever it might be, use it. It's a good system. It is getting retooled, so it's only going to get better. So please use it. I don't know, manager, if you have anything else to add, but that was really it, right?
That was pretty good.
Okay. All right. Well, now we'll get the manager fired up. Unless I hear any items to be removed from the consent agenda, we will have our manager, Gunther, read the consent agenda for us, please.
Thank you, Mayor. The item A for the consent agenda is the approval of village board minutes. So board to consider approving the minutes from the meeting held on June 12th, 2025. Item B, finance ordinance number 13 in the amount of $3,134,753.03. Item C, purchase orders. First is Compass Minerals America for $42,474. And this is for the purchasing of road salt from the DuPage County bid. Second item is a $100,000 regional tourism grant, $50,000 from the village's Convention and Tourism Fund, and an additional $50,000 kicked in from DuPage County. And this is to generate tourism to the natatorium, drawing tourists and others from across the country to go for those events. Item D, the total purchase orders and finance ordinance in the amount of $4,177,227.03. Moving on to item E, under community events, we have a fee waiver for the Independence Day celebration, which is also the 25th anniversary celebration at Ty Park. So we have a fee waiver for the fireworks and carnival permit fee. And the carnival is going to be light, minimal carnival equipment, but waiving the fee regardless. Item number 2, U.S. Luge tryouts. This is for August 17th, 2025, and this is a street and public right-of-way closure on Cass Avenue between 55th Street and Dallas from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And that concludes the consent agenda.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve as read?
Motion to approve is read. Little.
Second, Scales.
Any questions?
Mayor?
Yes, sir.
Just a comment. So, as we follow the natatorium here, and I'm happy to see that they're getting some grant money, that is a phenomenal organization. Their presence on social media, they always have something going on there, and it's a big deal. Absolutely rock solid, great venue. Yeah.
It is, no, and thank you, Trustee Barker. I was going to add as well to that, this is monies that, this is like a pot of money, so allows us to have multiple grants, and this will be budgeted for that. Good money well spent. I mean, we're talking a big ROI for the village, sales tax dollars, hotel motel tax. I mean, these events are great. They were awarded an international contest, a championship in October. So expect more information on that coming. We'll all be invited, it'll be televised. It's going to be, I think it's ESPN, so it's big time. And I was there touring it with them when they had all they had ESPN there, all the different, kind of operators, those that were involved. And they put a heck of it's a heck of an organization. I mean, it's going to be a big program, and it's going to be all over the map. So hopefully we can maybe get some Westmont logos in there. And they committed to calling it Westmont's Natatorium, so it's going to be a lot of good press for the village. So that'll be great. It's coming in October, and again, these monies, we thank our friends at the county because they get it too. I mean, this is a regional impact, not just Westmont. This is a big thing. So you hit the nail on the head, Bruce. It's an awesome organization. They do a heck of a job for this village. Okay, well, hearing all that, unless there's any other comments, we'll do a roll call.
Okay, Trustee Little,
Yes.
Trustee Scales,
Yes.
Trustee Barker,
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo.
Yes.
Trustee Pirelli,
Yes.
Trustee Plowman.
Yes.
All right, motion passes. There's no unfinished business, so we'll get right into new business. Back to Vision and Vibe. Temporary liquor fee waiver request. Board to consider an ordinance approving a temporary liquor license fee waiver request for the Vision and Vibe Festival on September 13th and 14th. And I will pass it to Manager Gunther. I don't see Tom up here yet, so we'll be a little quicker with Gunther tonight.
He's probably eating a cake pop.
Yeah, I thought I saw him over here.
Thank you, Mayor. Just riding on the coattails of your comments and Trustee Barker's comments about the Vision and Vibe Fest, this is a liquor fee waiver for Tarazi to serve wine from the hours of 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. on both days, September 13th and 14th, for the Vision and Vibe Fest.
Very good. Do I have a motion to approve?
Approve, Plowman?
Second Little?
Hearing no questions, roll call, please.
Trustee Plowman,
Yes.
Trustee Little,
Yes.
Trustee Pirelli,
Yes.
Trustee Scales,
Yes.
Trustee Barker,
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo.
Yes.
All right, motion passes. Moving on to B, subdivision and site and landscape plan approval for 701 Oakmont Lane. Board to consider an ordinance approving requests from Ryan Companies, U.S. Incorporated, for the property at 701 Oakmont Lane for the following. 1, preliminary plat of subdivision to divide one lot into two lots in the OR Office Research District. 2, final plat of subdivision to divide one lot into two lots in the OR Office Research District. And 3, site and landscape plan, and I have Director Henderfine.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Board. So what's before us tonight is Oakmont Point, which those of us that have been around a while used to call this the Rockwell Building. Was developed, I want to say 2018, between 2018 and 2022, somewhere around there. And there was always a large parking lot on the south side of Oakmont Lane that always served that building. Now, original intent was that there might be a 3-building complex. Right now, there's just a 2-building complex. What the petitioners have come to us and said is they'd like to subdivide that parking lot that always anticipated to have more development and just sell that off for future development. So what's before you tonight is a preliminary and final plat of subdivision. Basically, those are the legal documents that are required. The final plat gets recorded with the county so that you can formally subdivide that property, create a new PIN number, and then be able to sell it as attractive land. And then there's the site and landscape plan approval. It's a fairly simple site and landscape plan approval. So there is existing landscape that is around the entirety of the lot. But when you create a new lot, there's a lot line between them. There is a portion of the parking lot that will always remain. So they are finishing out that new edge of the parking lot so that it is finished with landscape. I can answer any questions you might have, and I do have the petitioner here if you want to ask them up.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Go ahead, go ahead. Motion Guzzo.
Second, Scales.
Any questions or comments? Since the petitioner's here, who I got to meet earlier today, do you want to come up and say hello maybe? And although this is pretty standard, I just figured you're sitting here, you might as well say hi.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm Eric Nordine. I'm president of the Great Lakes region for Ryan Companies. We're office here in Westmont, and we've owned this land for quite a while, and so appreciate your support on us moving forward so we can sell this parcel. It's a pretty simple application here. It's really just taking one parcel and splitting it into two, and that gives us some flexibility there, so appreciate that. And the other thing I'll throw in is I certainly appreciate your support of FMC Natatorium. It is truly a world-class facility. I swim there a couple days a week, and I've been to a lot of pools, and it's maybe the best one I've ever been in. So you guys are lucky to have it, and it's great that you support it. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other questions or comments? If not, we'll entertain a roll call, please.
Trustee Guzzo?
Yes.
Trustee Scales?
Yes.
Trustee Barker?
Yes.
Trustee Little?
Yes.
Trustee Pirelli?
Yes.
Trustee Plowman?
Yes.
All right, motion passes. Thank you. Moving right on, C, Site and Landscape Plan for 801 North Cass Avenue. Board to consider an ordinance approving a request from HTW LLC for the property at 801 North Cass for the following: Site and Landscape Plan approval for an emergency generator. Director Hennerpine.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So this is actually a little simpler than the last one. So what's before us, we have an existing building at 801 North Cass. I think the primary tenant is Dooley. They are adding a generator behind the building. Whenever you are a commercial property and you want to make a change to the exterior of your building, typically you have to get a site and landscape approval for what you're doing. So it's basically a generator enclosure, a fence around it, and some plantings to screen it. I think one could argue you won't even see it from Cass Avenue. It's behind the building. What I do want to emphasize is that we are going through a zoning ordinance rewrite right now. So if you think it is a little bit onerous to bring the business owner in here for something so simple, one of the things we are creating with that zoning ordinance rewrite is administrative approval processes so that it can be approved administratively at a site level, or I'm sorry, at a staff level, so that we don't have to schedule them for a meeting, bring them into planning and zoning, and then bring them into the board. So it's one of the business-friendly things that we're trying to do with that effort. I can answer any questions for you, and I do have someone representing if you have any questions for him.
Thank you, sir. No, I appreciate the update on the process too. I was going to mention that. So we're getting better little by little.
Mayor?
So, yes, sir.
If I could, I have a question for Joe. Could you deny a business a generator? I mean, I went through it, and I went through a hearing and all of that, but could you deny a business a generator?
There are probably specific reasons that we could, like if it was in a set, they were trying to put it in a setback where it's not allowed.
Oh, okay.
Or if they said it was, not properly screened or something to that effect. Or in this case, I believe that they initially they were looking at, like, can we take up some parking spaces? Does that take required parking?
As a domino effect, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
but in general, most generators today meet our general performance standards for noise. So basically, we have rules for noise. Generators are considered intermittent noise, so not constant. So although they can be a little noisy, because they're only used during emergency times, and usually they run them once a week to make sure that they're functioning properly, it is a permissible thing that happens. When generators first came out, they were monsters that were very noisy. They didn't have the same muffler systems that they do today, or the enclosures that try to restrict that noise. So for example, I believe Quincy Station has one right against the alley right next to our residential properties, and we don't receive any complaints on that. So usually it's the performance standards that kind of trigger most of our concern with generators.
Yeah, thank you. And I know last week, we all were looking for generators, right? All right, thank you, Joe.
Any other comments, questions? If not, roll call, please.
I don't think we have a motion.
We don't have a motion yet? Motion to approve? Oh, yeah, Trustee Barker jumped in a little early. That's right, he threw me
sorry.
off.
I was excited.
We have rules. Do you have a motion to approve,
All right,
please?
I'm reprimanded.
Motion to approve, Little.
Second, Plowman.
All right, roll call, please.
Trustee Little?
Yes.
Trustee Plowman?
Yes.
Trustee Scales?
Yes.
Trustee Pirelli?
Yes.
Trustee Barker?
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo?
Yes.
Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Director Ensign. All right, moving into D, Annual Comprehensive Financial Report, 8-month stub period. Board to consider a motion accepting the Annual Comprehensive Financial Report for the 8th-month period ending 12/31/2024. Director Altek.
Thank you, Mayor and Board. I've been with the village for about 13 months now, as my luck would have it. This is my second audit that I will have completed in 13 months. Lucky for me, I've got a pretty tremendous staff in finance who work very hard, who are dedicated, knowledgeable, and committed. So without them, none of this would be possible. So thank you to the finance staff. So and just for some background, including myself, the finance department has 4 people with a certified public accountant or CPA designation. So that would stack very well with any other community in the Chicago area, regardless of size. So this is the village's first audit under our new fiscal year, December 31st year end. And like you said, it does cover the 8-month period instead of that traditional 12-month period, just to try to get us as we transition to this new fiscal year end, transition us from that April 30th year end to that December 31st year end. So this report does cover, or audit does cover, the May 1st, 2024 time period to December 31st. For the benefit of the public and some of our new board members, the timing of this audit being completed around mid-June is pretty typical. That 5.5 month time period is pretty typical and is right on track with any government, any municipality in the region. I'm sure our auditors are here. I'm sure they could contest that they probably have a lot of clients that don't even meet this type of deadline. So one thing I wanted to point out, the village does choose to go the extra mile and prepare an annual comprehensive report. This report is significantly more detailed, transparent, and with a much more analysis than just a basic financial report or what the minimum reporting requirements are by the state of Illinois. It does take a lot more work by staff to prepare, but I think it's worth it to go that extra mile and hold ourselves to a higher reporting standard. So as we do go that extra mile, we do submit this report to GFOA for the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting, which was talked about early on by the mayor. So we just received the award for last year's audit. That was our 20th consecutive year of receiving that award, and we plan on submitting the same report later on this next week, and that will be our 21st consecutive year. I see no reason why we wouldn't get it, so we'll have another award here soon. As I alluded to, Nick Bava from Stickage is here tonight. Stickage is our contractual audit firm, and just to give you some background, the auditors follow auditing standards, and they are required to come out here and do at least some sort of basic presentation to the board. So that's what we're doing here tonight. Before I turn things officially over to Nick, I did want to affirm with everyone, affirm to the board, the village's finances are in a very strong and healthy position. Cash balances are very healthy. Fund balances are very healthy. And the village has a strong history of being good stewards with taxpayer dollars, and this report definitely reflects that theme. So with that, I'm going to turn things over to Nick Bava from Stickage.
Thank you.
Hi, good evening, Mayor, Board of Trustees. Thank you for having me. As Alan mentioned, my name is Nick Bava, a partner at Stickage and the partner who oversee the village's audit. So he explained very succinctly the 8-month period that we audited. It's a little unique. We've certainly seen a lot of each other over the last 12 to 13 months, but I'll echo Alan's comments in terms of just the professionalism and the commitment to the process within the finance team, and that's reflected here in the reports before you tonight. So I'll keep my comments very brief. We'll highlight the opinions that we issued on the audit, but we'd be happy to address any questions that the board might have over the reports or the audit process itself. So Alan covered the Certificate of Achievement and Excellence in Financial Reporting. Again, what that means is that the village is going above and beyond and preparing this report in the spirit of full disclosure to really the residents of Westmont and those that are interested in its financial position. So I always like to call that out. As far as our independent auditor's report and the opinions that we've issued, so we've issued an opinion on the financial statements for the 8-month period, and we've issued what's referred to as an unmodified opinion. That is a clean opinion and the highest level of assurance that we can provide an organization like the Village of Westmont over an audit. It means the financial statements are free of material misstatement and can be relied on for banking purposes, lending purposes, or whatever that might be. Typically, with an organization the size of Westmont, we also might have a compliance opinion, and that is really triggered by grant spending. So in the case of fiscal year, stub year 2024, the village spent $638,000 in state and federal grant dollars, and that exceeded a grant compliance threshold with the state. So as part of that, we had additional tests and procedures that we had to go through and ensure that they were compliant with what's required. So pleased to report we didn't have any instances of non-compliance or question costs as part of those additional procedures and tests. So overall, very clean results in terms of the financial statement audit, the compliance audit from a grant perspective. And yeah, we'll just tie out by thanking Alan and his team for their help and assistance during the process. We're here on time submitting these reports within the required 6 months that the state allows. And yeah, so with that, I again, thank you for having me, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that the board might have.
I just had a question. Just do you guys, or does every town have to, is this required by state, and so every town has to have an audit? Is that how that works, or just be curious?
An audit in Illinois, at least, is triggered by exceeding a certain property dollar tax threshold.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
not a very high bar to clear.
Okay.
I can't speak to the exact amount, but for an organization like Westmont, you'll have an audit every year as a part of that.
Okay, so a lot of surrounding towns. Oh, okay.
Correct.
All right, just curious.
Any other questions, comments? No, Trustee Barker's nervous. All right. Do we have a motion to approve, please?
Motion to approve, Little.
Second, Guzzo.
Any questions or comments? One more time. All right. Well, I'll ask for roll call, please.
Okay, Trustee Little?
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo?
Yes.
Trustee Barker?
Yes.
Trustee Pirelli?
Yes.
Trustee Plowman?
Yes.
Trustee Scales?
Yep.
All right, motion passes. Thank you. Yep, we'll see you soon. All right, any miscellaneous? Hearing none, I do have to ask for a request for executive session. So I'll need a motion to adjourn to executive session to discuss the following, and it'll be quick, don't worry. 2 items tonight. A meeting with an external auditor pursuant to Section 2C29 of the Opens Meetings Act, and discussing the price of the sale of property owned by village pursuant to Section 2C6 of the Open Meetings Act. Do I have a motion?
Motion is stated. Barker?
Second, Little.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Barker?
Yes.
Trustee Little?
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo?
Yes.
Trustee Pirelli?
Yes.
Trustee Plowman?
Yes.
Trustee Scales?
Yes.
All right, there will be no further business following the executive session, so this meeting is adjourned.